What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speak. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel, check out the content. And I want to speak on the situation with Young Thug. I'm hearing a lot of people say that Young Thug, that like the deal that Young Thug took from the feds as far as him being on probation for 15 years was not a good deal, right? And I mean I agree, but it was the only deal really that he could take, the best deal he could get instead of going to going to trial. That was his best option. I think most people, if you would have had 10 out of 10, even if you're innocent of all those charges, you don't want to risk going to trial and then wind up spending the rest of your life in jail. A lot of people would have taken that deal, even if you have to plead out to some things that you may think that you didn't do. You take your chances with that probation. And the thing about his probation, like, it's just such a long time. 15 years, that's a long time to be on probation. Another thing that I really don't like about the deal is I think that he has to wait for a while until he's able to get his passport, right? So and that to me is a crucial part of this, because if I had money and I was in his shoes, I would basically just leave the country and go somewhere where they don't have extradition laws, right? And so, because you can go anywhere, set up a studio, he would be able to go anywhere, set up a studio, and just do his music from over there. And then he wouldn't have to worry about being around, like he'll be around somebody who's doing something that he may not approve of, but then he'll get drug into it. Or he can have an argument with a female, and she know that he's under all these restrictions, and she could turn on him. It's not just about his behavior. It's going to be about, like, the people around him trying to trip him up and get him thrown back in jail. Or even, or he could be under the, like one of the prosecutors, or somebody in law enforcement could have it out for him, and they could get him on anything, man. Speeding, um as a man. And they also said that he can't go, he is not allowed in the city of Atlanta, right? And the prosecutor said that, which is crazy, the area of Atlanta may expand or change depending on election laws. Like, sometimes with elections, like, like, you might not know that you're in Atlanta because of the election laws. Like, they may include, like, certain communities that wasn't a part of Atlanta at first. Atlanta Metro is crazy. So if that can be an issue, you thinking you in another county or something, you say, well, this is not a part of Atlanta Metro, but because of a new election law and redistricting, that may fall under Atlanta Metro, you violate it. So that just go to show you, like, how simple and how easy it is for him to violate without him even trying to do something. You know what I mean? Without him violating it himself. So, like I said, I would take my passport and I would roll out. I would go to a country that has no extradition laws. I will go there and just fly under the radar, just make my music. Because now, with modern technology and social media and stuff, you can put out your music, basically, just put your music out. Now, he will have to be careful when he's touring, because then they may they may snatch him up. But this deal right here is just crazy. And like I said, he didn't really have a choice. I know for a fact. I mean, I would not have went to trial. I would have, I would have took the same deal. Most people, it's, a lot of people used to these kind of deals anyway. These kind of deals that you get, usually you get these deals from the state. You don't get this kind of deal from the feds. So they must have really felt like their case was really, really weak, especially with the feds having like a 97% or 98% conviction rate. They must have really felt like their case was weak, but they still gave him like I said, a deal that he really couldn't. He had no choice but to accept the terms of this deal, and now he has to find a way to stay out of trouble, to fly under the radar for 15 years. And not only that, as another part of this, like he has to do a certain amount of community service. So, man, I would just work out a way where I don't have to stay in this country. Like if I'm not performing here, I'll come here to perform and do my community service, and I'll roll right back out. I'll roll right back out because I wouldn't sit here and then have people around me that that may be trying to trip me up or maybe trying to get me caught up in something, or somebody could flash some gang signs or something like that. It's crazy. This next 15 years for him is going to be very, very nerve-wracking. Very nerve-wracking. He's going to be worrying about everything, stuff that we just take for granted. You just can't hop in a car with any old, you got to make sure these guys, nobody's riding dirty or nothing like that. So this is going to be a next 15 years. He's going to be walking on eggshells. But that's my take on it. Let me know. What do you think? Do you think, how would you manage this situation if you was Young Thug? He needs to, and that's another, he really needs to have like a game plan with his lawyers, like how he can manage this situation. You just can't come out here and say, all right, I'm going to just stay out of trouble, because it's not just about you. It's about the people that you surround yourself with, and yeah. So let me know, how would you manage this situation for 15 years to stay out of trouble? With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a message or comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.